Keller? Keller?
Echo 3, this is Echo 3. Do you read me? Over.
Reading you, Echo 3.
Priority. My cover may be blown. Essentially determined status of former SAS sergeant. Active service record, 71 to 76. His name is Bodie. B-O-D-I-E.
Morning, Doyle.
Morning, sir. We've got two of them down here. One face we don't know and one we do. Carl Spellman.
Bodie. Only two of them, eh?
Well, there were three of them, but you better ask him about that. This little lot's interesting. Connects with the bombings last month.
Passports, false IDs, copies of government clearances.
And photographs.
Very well organized.
Recognize him?
Alex Richardson.
Well, I've been keeping a pretty close watch on him. Look, here he's with his wife. On his way to work in the city, that kind of stuff.
Terrorists. Italian at that. Trailing one of our Whitehall mandarins.
Alex Richardson. Yeah, didn't he chair boards of inquiry, arbitration, that sort of stuff?
Used to be principal inspector of taxis.
Oh, we'd all like to put a bomb under that lot.
Don't tell me you resent paying your taxis, Doyle.
What, with my bank balance? Got £3.5 pounds of plastic explosive down here. Assorted fuses, detonators. Timers, you name it, you got it. Never know what you're going to find in someone's engine room, do you? Not bad for a night's work.
Not bad at all. Apart from the third man.
Yeah, well, I think we've got a bit of a problem there, sir.
Keller?
Yeah, Jimmy Keller. We were in the service together.
Yes, he is.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're a good team. Worked together a long time. Intelligence, demolition. Yeah, but he was ambitious, moves on. Of course, I jacked it in round about then. Turned up with you. The last time I heard of Jimmy, he was in special op, I think, Italy.
You've no doubt it was him this morning. Spaghetti's getting messy. The development with Richardson, and now we're treading on the toes of the SES, or rather, they're treading on ours. I think I'd better have a talk with your old boss, Bodie.
Well, Major Noun.
Aye?
He's a bit of a handful, old Freddy, you know.
Shall I give him your respect?
I don't think he'll accept them, sir.
My man's hopping mad, George, and I can't blame him. Your boys jeopardized his entire operation.
Now, hold on a minute, Freddie. Let's get our perspectives right. They were acting under my orders. We've been onto the PLA for months now, and you knew that. If we're trampling on each other's territory here, it's because you had a man on the inside and I didn't know about it.
All right, okay, let's save the recriminations. No damage done. And for a while there, Keller didn't know how safe his position was. How much do you know about him?
Only what Bodie's told me?
Bodie? Is he towing the line nowadays?
Oh, pretty well. Gets a bit exuberant now and again.
I know all about that, young man. Well, now Keller. He's been working pretty extensively in Italy since 1978. During that time, there have been periods, and I'm talking about months, George, when he's been unable to feed us any information at all. He's very much in isolation on this one.
What kind of a position is he in?
A damn good one. Level of trust some of their own people are envious of.
Which makes it even more dangerous for him. But let's bring this up to date. What about Richardson?
That's a good question, and I haven't got a good answer. I can only think it's a recent development. Keller hasn't given us the gen on it yet.
We've got the man we captured in the boat. Spellman in particular. We'll get it out of him.
I'd like to be present when you do.
All right. Since we're pooling resources, we might as well put our boys together.
Keller's not going to like the idea of a joint operation.
We all do things we don't like, Freddie.
I'm looking forward to meeting this bloke.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, you've always been pretty cagey about your past. Maybe he'll enlighten me.
I wouldn't count on it, mate.
What's he like?
Ah, he's okay.
Oh, he's okay. That tells me a lot. What about some details?
Look, you've read his file. You've had details.
Something about him being shot. What was all that about?
Oh, we were just on a recce one night, farmhouse. He took a bullet and the back meant for me, that's all.
It was nice of him.
Yeah, and he's never let me forget it either.
That's where he hangs out, is it?
Yeah, oh, yeah, he always did have taste.
You sure this is the right address?
You stupid bastards. Do you realize how long it took me to set up that operation? 2 years. 2 years' work almost flushed down the can because you two cowboys came charging on that boat. And I've been ordered to work with you idiots. Well, at least I hope your lot got something out of that little fiasco.
It's a shame.
I'm not sure. Keller I knew had some manners. This one's all mouth, not a bit grateful.
Grateful. That's good coming from you, Bodie.
I could have put a bullet in you this morning.
Yeah, what about the one I stopped for you?
See, I told you, didn't I? Never lets me forget it.
What are you trying to do, Carly? Make a deal with me?
With your record and what we turned up in the boat, there's not a lot of room to trade. But we might alleviate matters.
If?
If you were sensibly cooperative.
A nice place you got here.
Rent-free. You handled the bombings last month.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with it, you know.
Well, that's comforting.
You figured it out yet?
Yeah, rival faction. PLA just knocking off the opposition.
Yeah. They don't pay you for nothing, then.
What is it you want to know?
To begin with, the significance of this.
Right, let's get down to business. Since you lot knocked off the boat, I've been in hot water. I'd like to get out of it.
Yeah, well, anything we can do to help, you know.
I'm very considerate.
What were you setting up with Spellman?
Have you heard of Alexander Richardson?
Yeah. High-class troubleshooter, mediator, you know, arbitrator. Everything from pay awards to plumbing in the corridors of power. They had a lot of photographs on him.
Wouldn't have thought he rated a terrorist hit.
Well, the PLA sometimes move into mafia territory. Matter of finance. Easier than robbing banks.
You were going to execute Alexander Richardson.
Got it in one.
That's what I was arranging. But since you lot so nicely cocked it up, I'm going to have to find a replacement. You have to be a good man, up to scratch.
Got anyone in mind?
Yeah, you. Welcome to the PLA. Still on. I've got a new man.
What sort of man?
Ex-army. He's not too bright, but he's a damn good marksman.
That's how you're going to set it up? The two of you together?
Yeah, more compact. Gives me less to worry about. Just the working of the thing and the when and the where.
Which are?
I'll tell you when I know.
I want to see this man!
Okay.
Who on earth would put out a contract on a man like that? Hardly a public figure. One of the faceless.
Wielders of considerable power and influence.
What's happening?
We're transferring you.
Where to?
That's good shooting.
Yeah, not bad. Average.
You know what's expected of you?
Yeah, the basics. What about payment?
I'll handle that.
Okay, fair enough.
You're in.
You know, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you actually like this kind of work.
You're right. You don't know any better.
What's it like, this place we're holed up in?
Isolated. It's pretty comfortable as farmhouses go.
We're not sleeping with the cattle, then?
You can if you want, whatever turns you on. Listen, when we get up to this place, play it pretty cool, huh? I've got somebody up there with me. I just don't want you to overreact, that's all. What do you think of it?
Yeah, it's not bad here, is it? Great.
Ella?
Hi. Bodie, I want you to meet...
I know.
Bodie's going to be staying with us for a time. He won't be too much trouble, will you?
What the hell do you bring him here for?
Business. It's okay, just ease off. You've got nothing to worry about.
What is this? Oh, you're really something, aren't you?
Now listen.
Don't overreact, he says. I've got someone with me. Just play it nice and cool. Look, she's wanted by Interpol on a load of dope charges and association with known terrorists.
Okay, great. So you've done your homework. Now here's something you might not have read. She was only marginally involved.
She's managed to convince you of that, has she?
Bodie, I know how you don't.
Oh, wonderful, isn't it? I leave you alone for a couple of years. What happens? You get shacked up with some half-baked terrorist groupie.
amazing. Absolutely bloody amazing. How the hell did you lay it on? I was out of there before I knew what was happening.
What the hell are you talking about? What are you doing here?
What do you mean, what am I doing here? I was sprung.
You idiot!
Going somewhere?
You'll never do it. Told you. I get the feeling we don't have much of a rapport.
No?
Why is that?
Maybe it's something to do with your friends in Munich.
They're no longer my friends. They never really were.
Just fell into bad company, did you?
Something like that. You don't believe me, do you?
No.
I had no real involvement with them. Look.
Oh, I believe you. Even without looking between your toes and behind your knees. If Keller trusts you, there's got to be something in it.
What about you?
I don't trust you as far as I could throw you.
And how far is that?
I'm afraid there's no doubt about it, Mr. Richardson. They want you dead.
In God's name, why?
Because you're politically dangerous to someone. Someone rich enough to put out a very lucrative contract on you.
Go on.
The contract was placed outside the country. A neat way of confounding the authorities in the event of your demise. The PLA picked up the job.
I'd like to know who the devil it is.
James Sutherland.
Sutherland and Secker Industries? The man's a multi-millionaire. What would he want having me? Oh, yes.
The Litany inquiry?
Yes, indeed.
A mole, perhaps forewarning him.
Well, how did you get on to Sutherland?
Oh, staged a little escapade, which led us to the local broker. He talked.
So what happens?
We go through with it.
What?
We've got a man on the inside. With him pulling the strings, we can arrange the whole thing.
You mean rig my assassination?
Yes.
Why don't you just arrest Sutherland?
Not enough on him. But we will have. We've got his office bugged, his home phone tapped, both places under constant surveillance. And we're setting up a monitor on the radio phone in Sutherland's car right now. There's not a move he can make without us knowing about it.
What's the matter?
He's got a frequency scrambler operating.
Oh, great. Now what do we do?
Well, you're just going to have to go around and unscramble his scrambler, aren't you?
I won't need the car for a couple of hours. Thank you, sir.
a meeting with Benedek. He wants to start the ball rolling on Richardson's hit. Sounds like he's getting impatient.
Sims, testing.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. You better not hang about. All right.
What's this?
I've prepared a plan. It can be put into operation quite quickly. This is a blueprint of Richardson's home. You can see the security system marked in here in...
Wait a minute. This is my responsibility. If you want to take over that responsibility, you better say so.
I'm not disregarding your position. My only motive is to make sure that there are no more delays.
There will be no more delays. If you want to organize this whole thing, then count me out. Either it's down to me or you find yourself another man.
If he walks out, I suppose you walk out with him?
That's right.
All right. All right, but I can't afford to waste any more time.
You won't have to. Richardson is chairing an inquiry. They meet tomorrow at 3. He's made the trip before. He never varies the route. He always passes along here. That's where we take him.
Follow them. I want to know every place they go.
The signal's coming through from Sutherland's car now. Switch it on to the speaker, sir.
Jonathan?
About the Italian transaction, I'm still waiting for a call
On that, but I want you to begin organizing the withdrawal. Arrange for the whole amount, usual channels, and hurry it through as quickly as possible.
When you get Warren to organize transport, tell him I'll be collecting it personally.
That's all.
Sounds like a lot of money.
Doesn't it?
Mr. Sutherland? I'm phoning on behalf of Renato Travaioli. We can now confirm our operation. It's set for tomorrow afternoon.
Good. Tell Travioli I'll be there to meet him as arranged.
I will. Goodbye.
Travaioli.
Defense lawyer at the Milan trials. Yes, all right. Thank you very much. Travaioli's in Rome. Arriving here tomorrow at 1500 hours. Better let Bodie know what's happening at this end.
Yeah, he's calling me later.
Four, 5. 4, 5. Come on, Doyle, wake up. Doyle, where the bloody hell are you?
All right, calm down. I'm just getting some air. How's things with you, Over?
Listen, it's tough out here, mate, you know, in the country. And really rough in it. No creature comforts at all. Still, we're struggling along.
Any news on Richardson, Over?
Yeah. He's going to get an interrupted journey on his way to the inquiry tomorrow.
I see. Busy day. One of the boys in Rome is coming over with a bundle for Sutherland.
Oh, that's interesting. That's very useful. Hey, do you know who Keller's got staying with him here at the farmhouse?
No, but I've a feeling you're just about to tell me.
Sheila Kaufman.
What, the Sheila Kaufman?
Yeah. Not exactly a hard case, but a bit of a handful to have travelling around with you.
Yeah, he's got a lot of nerve, that mate of yours. Where are they going to hit Richardson?
You sure you got enough energy left to do this?
It's not as heavy as I thought it would be.
It'll do the job.
Are you sure? course, you're sure.
I'll be all right in a minute.
Didn't see your man better, Jack.
He was there all right.
You enjoyed that, didn't you? Come on, admit it.
You all right?
I can breathe again, I think. Just winded. I should be black and blue all over.
Yes, I'm sorry about that. Unavoidable.
It could be worse.
Now, the next thing we have to do is issue a bulletin to the media, informing them of your assassination.
And then?
And then we move in Sutherland, right up to the top there.
What are you stopping
You know the rendezvous, eh? We can go direct.
Seven to Alpha 1.
Go ahead, 3-7.
I don't know what's going on. There's something bloody funny happening.
Fella's gone mad.
What do you mean?
Well, it's just hit me over the head and dumped me out of the car.
That doesn't make sense.
You're telling me.
Yeah, send someone to get me, will you?
Senior government official Alexander Richardson was shot and killed on his way to a meeting this afternoon. The car in which he was travelling suffered a puncture, and he was about to be transferred to a second car when the gunman opened fire. It's understood that Mr. Richardson was about to chair a session of the Lydney inquiry, one of the long...
May I take your case, sir? I'll keep it, thank you. Turn right here.
He's turned into the building.
Okay, Alpha 1.
Yoli's car has just arrived.
Okay, Alpha 1, they've done it.
Excellent. You know where to go, yeah?
Give it to me.
Hey!
Where were you going?
I'm not going to tell you.
Gas explosion. What's left of anything?
£500,000.
Wait a minute!
bloody hell's going on?
I don't know. I don't know any of the details.
Of course you know.
I was just supposed to meet him, that's all.
Where? Where?
At the warehouse.
How long's it been going on?
I don't know. A long time, maybe.
Come on, tell me. Yes, of course, on the inside he would. It's the payoff, isn't it? Hey? Come on, isn't it?
Ah!
You knew about it. It's the payoff. He's trying to rip him off.
What are you doing? Ah!
All right, I'll send a car for you in a day or two, maybe 3.
You can't leave me here like this, you bastard! You're supposed to be his friend!
Go ahead, 3-7.
Keller's found a way to rip him off to the tune of 500 grand.
Bodie, he already has it.
Dentro là, l'ultimo piano. Su di là. Andiamo.
Andiamo.
E addetere a lui, ce l'ho uscita.
Bodie, shut up!
How bad is it?
It's not good.
No, you're all right. It's going clean through.
There is at all. Bodie, listen.
Yes, talk later.
another one you owe me. Bodie.
No wonder he resented a joint operation.